Hi there, and I am Michael Buckoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And in this video, I will be focusing on 3 things that you can do to improve your speaking. If you do these 3 things, you will get better. I teach in the International Extension Program here at California State University, San Bernardino, in the English language program. In fact, I am the lead grammar instructor and placement test coordinator here at the same university. That means that I'm in charge of making sure all the teachers in levels 1 through 6 are following the grammar curriculum. They're using good methodology practices for their classes. Also, I'm in charge of administering the TOEFL exam at the end of each quarter in our program. In addition, at California State University, San Bernardino, I teach for the English department for the College of Arts and Letters, and I teach everything from first-year composition courses. I also teach upper division writing classes, and I teach linguistics classes here at the same university. To also help my international students both online and in the classroom, I have a VoxyPop discussion group where students have posted 5,932 discussions. What does that mean? That means that I've actually listened to, scored, commented on over 5,900 speaking practice tests. And here we go. Now, why am I telling you all this information? I'm just telling you that I've been teaching for about 22 years. I have a lot of experience with TOEFL speaking. In fact, this is one of the sole reasons I exist. I help people improve their TOEFL speaking. And that's exactly what I'm going to do in this video. Again, I'm going to talk about 3 specific things that you can do to improve your speaking score.
I also like dogs because of their loyalty to their master.
Let's move on to our point number 1. And let me go ahead and make this a full page here. Here we go. Okay. Pay attention to your delivery in terms of how you are pronouncing your vowel and consonant sounds, syllable division, and grammatical word endings, word stress, sentence rhythm, intonation, thought groups, and blending. This covers pretty much all the areas of your pronunciation. You want to make sure that you're doing well in all these areas. In addition to monitoring your delivery or pronunciation, you should also closely monitor your language use, including your word choice. Remember that when you're using vocabulary, try to be as precise as you can. You should also closely monitor your grammar to make sure you have good control of both basic and advanced grammar. The third suggestion, make sure that you are coherently organizing your ideas and that you have appropriate supporting details in your responses. So remember that TOEFL speaking, it's not just having a conversation with somebody, but you're actually trying to organize ideas according to the requirements of the speaking task. In some tasks, such as the independent task, you'll be asked questions about your personal experience, and you have to give examples from your experience to help explain your ideas. Be as organized as you can. In addition, you'll be completing some integrated speaking tasks. Again, you want to try to have a coherent organization as you discuss the reading and the listening passages. And even in some cases, as in the integrated speaking task 5, you'll be positioning your own argument in relation to a discussion. Using some sample TOEFL or IELTS speaking prompts, start recording yourself answering the practice questions by taking a limited amount of time. Practice every day for a couple of months. You will find that your speaking will improve. Now here's an important point here. I already said that it's important as you are doing your practice, you want to try to monitor your pronunciation, language use, and also your topic development, or how you're organizing and developing your responses, right? So as you record your practice questions, or you record responses to practice questions, I recommend that you keep a journal. And in the journal, you should divide it into 3 categories: pronunciation, language use, which means vocabulary and grammar, and then also topic development. So as you listen to the recordings you're making, if you notice any problems in one of these 3 areas, write it down. Take note of it. And what you're doing is you're trying to get more familiar with the kinds of problems you're having with your speaking. And guess what? If you're more familiar with your specific weaknesses, you're more likely to improve them. Think about it. Finally, as you're practicing your speaking, get as much exposure as you can to English by watching television shows and movies, listening to news and music radio, and reading books, newspapers, and magazines. Getting listening and reading practice daily will also help you to improve your pronunciation and language use. And guess what? As you do your reading and listening practice, remember that you're already keeping a journal, and you're making comments in terms of any problems you're having with pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, and also topic development. So here, as you do the reading and listening practice, if there's anything that you're learning that you think is new, a certain way of pronouncing a certain word, maybe it's the use of a certain word in a conversation, or it could be a certain grammar structure that you hear or you read, or a certain way that either writers or speakers organize ideas. If you think you're learning anything new as you're doing the reading and the listening practice, you can also make those notes in your speaking journal. And there you go. And there it is. Those are the 3 things that you can do to practice, but not only practice, but to improve your TOEFL speaking. So let's just recap a few ideas here. As you're doing your speaking practice, pay attention to your pronunciation. Number 2, also pay attention to your language use. Number 3, pay attention to how you're organizing and developing your responses. Make sure you have a good organization. And as I said, you should record. It's not just speaking out loud, but recording yourself as you do your speaking practice. And my last tip here, of course, is get as much exposure as you can by watching television and also by reading. I hope this helps you guys at YouTube. Hope you guys can improve your TOEFL speaking. I know a lot of you guys want to get higher than 26, and it is possible. I have helped many students score over 26 in the TOEFL IBT speaking section, no doubt.